What do you sleep in?
Something alright.
Huh?
What do you sleep in?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
All right, sleep in.
Do you have like velvet pajamas or anything fun?
Oh, God.
Silk pajamas.
Yes.
I just want to create a visual for myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look how much man in midfield. Batty boy. Sacco, you know so much man in midfield.
That I just heard today, you know, that someone offered Kartel like $20 million for his catalog.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright, so a video of Beenieman is basically circulating on social media, doing an interview. And this interview is whether Beenieman is straight or not, because it have to be. Bro, how can I question that? You're asking a dancehall artist, one of the biggest dancehall acts in Jamaica, where him sleeping. And apparently he found it funny.
Oh, God.
Beenieman, another man asked Beenieman where him sleep now. And the fuck up thing, you know, is not that, you know. The fuck up part is that this man said he want to visualize seeing Beenieman into the pajama. What the fuck? Bro, how can a Batty interview this? And this dancehall artist come to, bro. And this one of dancehall biggest acts come to, bro. And this farmer dancehall king up dancehall come to, bro. If your man asks him where am I sleeping and I laugh, bro. It's like they're still trying to get acceptance into the foreign culture. You know, it's like them still trying to find a way in. You know, this man has been one of the biggest acting dancers for years. And he might act like him as a new artist, he might act like him as a Batty man. Because I guarantee if Beenieman was in Jamaica and a Batty man interviewer asking this question, his response would have been different. So why when a foreigner asks that question, they give a response like that? All they can do is laugh and say, yeah man, what the fuck, bro? I don't understand what's the agenda of Beenieman doing this interview, or what's the agenda of the interviewer, but it's crazy. You get me what I say? Them should have asked Beenieman about him recent music they released, him album him have coming out, you know, what's his next move and so forth. Ask him who fuck then, if that's so be the case. Or you gotta ask the man what kind of pajama I'm sleeping. How can a Batty man interview this brother? You get me I say, I don't know what kind of recognition Beenieman think him need. If you laugh because that's funny, I don't know. Or probably Beenieman is bisexual and I'm finding it funny. That is the only explanation I can get from this bro. But this interview, bro, I saw this clip, I'm going to watch the whole interview. Because there's no way you can watch an interview with a straight man, well, who I think is a straight man, and the next man asks him a question like that. Mind you, Beenieman never know my answer. Beenieman never know he was going to ask this question. But his response to those questions is hilarious. Because it most funny make you laugh. If your man asks you where you're sleeping and you're going to visualize it and you find that funny. Something alright.
That I just heard today, you know, that someone offered Kartel like $20 million for his catalog.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it's been a good day. Yeah. yeah. It's not a Dre day. It's a. Any rate, the sky's the limit. Mm-hmm. Everything's possible. So to bring these two guys together, it was meant to be. Mm-hmm. You know, there's other people that tried to do that. You know, go into an island country that they don't really know how things work. But the thing is, we're just very fortunate to have this thing to happen, and it's going to be awesome.
So Vybz Kartel could become one of Dancehall First Billionaire, you know, with his catalog valued at $20 million. And to convert that into US Jamaica dollar is $3 billion. You know, so Joel Bogdanovich said he was offered 20 million USD for his catalog. And we all know Vybz Kartel as one of the biggest and the baddest catalog in dancehall music, without a doubt, you know. And you have different type of Vybz Kartel. You have Black Vybz Kartel, you have Black Vybz Kartel with ear, you have White Kartel with shorty, you have White Kartel with ear, you have Black Kartel, you have Kartel got jail. Bro, you have different Kartel, bro. And it's crazy because Vybz Kartel catalog if Vybz Kartel is one of the biggest artists in dancehall, right? And his catalog is valued at 20 million USD. That's probably the highest value catalog in of a dancehall artist. You know, and he can become a billionaire if he's already not a billionaire. If he should sell his catalog, you know. We have always heard about catalog, we have always heard about R&B artists like Justin Bieber selling his catalog for 100 million, you know, and for Vybz Kartel catalog as a dancehall artist to be valued at 20 million, bro, it's crazy. And I think a catalog like Vybz Kartel catalog, bro, you cannot lose. How can you lose? This man have hits on top of hits on top of hits. This man has been in the dancehall space for 2 decades up to this day. So from 2000 to 2026, so 26 years. And this man has constantly been making hits after hits after hits after hits. You know, you're talking about girl songs, hits. You're talking about bad man song, hits. You're talking about gun song, hits. You're talking about positive music, hits. I get my sense that this man has a lot of hits, bro. And his catalog is unbelievable. Even some of the biggest names from dancehall like Shaggy, Beenieman, Sean Paul, bro, their catalogs are not bigger than Vybz Kartel catalog without a doubt. Not even internationally, in my opinion. You know, and I think Vybz Kartel don't need the money. Vybz Kartel don't need the money, so probably that's why he's not gonna sell the catalog. You know, Vybz Kartel is a very wealthy artist. Even he honestly became more wealthy when he come from jail. So I don't think Vybz Kartel catalog will ever be sold. In my opinion, you know, if him get look old and decides already wants some more cash, he probably can sell a catalog at that time. But Vybz Kartel catalog is valued at fucking 20 million US dollar, bro. That's some crazy shit, bro. And I've never heard of any other dancehall artist catalog be valued at that. You get me? And I say, so bro, for Vybz Kartel catalog value at that, bro, come on, bro.
Said before you all, my husband Kevin in his absence, my children, my family, friends, close people to me that supported me in this journey, thing called life.
And I am going to come to you guys from Acts 3:1 through 10. Yes, I love scripture, so alright. I'm gonna stand for reading the word.
Said before you all, my husband Kevin in his absence, my children, my family, friends, close people to me that supported me.
Alright, so a video is going viral on social media of an ex-pastor or a formerly a porn star. You know, and the body's basically having mixed feeling. People are saying that how can a porn star become a pastor? You know, and I think the same way like how a regular man can become a pastor. You know, I don't know what the criteria or what the requirements to become a pastor, but she's definitely a pastor now. You know, and in the first part of the video, you can hear she said about her kids and her husband, so she's literally married and have a family. You know, but to be honest, me could attend this church. You know, especially if I watched the videos. I could attend the church because the moment I preach, I'm going to start to visualize her sexually. Not because I'm nasty, not because I'm outside, not because I'm a pervert, just because she's a porn star, and the moment they say a porn star, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. You know, and it's crazy because a lot of things has been going on in church lately. From dancehall artists that sing slap music in a church and a show music video, from married pastor a date one of his sisters in the church. You get me? I say, a lot of things have been going on in church lately. And my response to all of those is, he without sin cast the first stone. You get me? I say, because nobody's perfect. And when it comes to being in the temple of God, it's a different type of spiritual work and spiritual respect. You get me? I say, so I honestly that I'm not going to fuss about it. You get me? I say, but I think, as I say, I think to each his own. You know, everybody do change. The only difference is she was a porn star, and the thing with being a porn star is once her videos are uploaded on the internet, there's no way of clearing them. You get me? I said, so it's gonna be forever be on the internet. You know, but this goes to show that please think about your life decision that you make before you make them, especially if they're a serious life decision and life-changing decision. Because for me to be at school and I'm a son and somebody come up to me and say, yo bro, your mind is a get fucked. You get me? I said, that's gonna be like a a feeling nobody want to be feel, you get me I say? So I don't know. You know, and her husband must be a different type of breed, because there is no way I can know that you were a professional porn star and I'm married to you. As I said, to each his own. You know, this is just my opinion. You get me I say? But the thing I never understand about church is them always say every sin are the same. I cannot understand that shit. How can every sin be the same? How can somebody kill somebody and somebody rob a bank and those sins are the same?